quick start here. This is a roulette against Pokelord from the Palette Tribune. I get a really cool lead in Jirachi, and he gets a pretty cool lead in Glizcore. I'm expecting an Earthquake, so I switch out to Salamence. Another great draw from my roulette. And of course he has Hypercutter, because Luck thinks I suck at life and everything. And he uses Earthquake, I predict right. He withdraws, fearing an outrage of some sort. But unfortunately for him, this is a Spexments, so I just spam a Draco Meteor. And it's gonna destroy Aerodactyl, but I'm thinking since me and him just had a battle earlier, which I beat him in, this is the lead he used, and it had a Focus Sash. And of course, it does have a Focus Sash, like every other Aerodactyl out there. So that sucks, and he's gonna outspeed me. He could potentially KO me with Stone Edge, so I send out God Save Me, God Save the Queen. And Nidoqueen is a freaking monster. She takes a Stone Edge, no problem. And I figure this is as good a time as any to start laying some rocks and some entry hazards down. And he uses his rock, so this was a lead Aerodactyl that he didn't get as a lead, because roulettes, whatever number you pick first, is your lead, so you got to deal with that. I got really interesting Pokemon for my battle, so this is an interesting battle. He uses Quake, since Stone Edge isn't going to do squat, but it's not banded. He's more than likely Jolly, and it's not stabbed. And I have my Nidoqueen here, heavily invested in defense and a little bit special. It's a really bulky spread. So, yeah, I'm just going to roar out and start shuffling stuff and seeing what he has. And he sends out his Jumpluff, and I'm like, okay, there's not much he can do here. He can sleep me, he can encore me, he can sub up. I'm trying to think of all the standard possibilities, and unfortunately, it's neither of those. It's a Sunny Day one. So I'm like, okay, I'll just lay some Toxic Spikes out. More hazards, the better, I say. And there's nothing I can do to hit it, so after I lay this next layer of Toxic Spikes, I'm gonna roar it out. That's my plan, anyway. And he doesn't see it that way, and he's like, oh, Solar Beam in your face! God, the reanimation for that move is amazing. But I'm neutral to it, and Jumpluff is a really lackluster special attacker, so I don't take much from it, if anything from it. So I lay both layers of Toxic Spikes. I have all my hazards up that, well, Nidoqueen carries. I have Earthquake too, but that's not going to do anything. So I'm going to roar here after this next Solar Beam, which I'm going to take really convincingly. And yeah, this was an interesting battle, to say the least. I'm trying to see what he has on his team before I send out one of my most favorite Pokemon. But first, now he sends out a Raichu, and I'm like, oh, hey, that was an interesting roar. Maybe I could just spam Earthquake, but I'm trying to think, will I live a special attack? Does he have Hidden Power Ice? Does he have Grass Knot? Nidoqueen is pretty big, and it's neutral. So I have no idea. I'm going to leave it in, since I don't want anything taking an unexpected Thunderbolt, since I don't really have much besides Nidoqueen to take that. So he surfs, and I noticed the Cherish Ball. This is a Raichu from the event, so yeah. Probably bad nature, since it didn't KO me, and I roar it out, thankfully, because I just didn't see it working in my favor right there. He sends out Glizcore, and I'm like, crap, I didn't get to see everything. And he's only going to be damaged by Stealth Rocks. Sunny Day is still in effect. I'm going to heal up here to 30 HP, and now I'm going to switch in, expecting another Earthquake, but he predicts this. I think. I don't remember. I take Stealth Rock damage. This is the only thing on the team that worries about Stealth Rock. Once again, Intimidate doesn't do anything, which sucks. And he uses Aerial Ace. So this lets me know it's a physical set. And I'm kind of worried here. If he carried Stone Edge, I'd have more to worry about, but I don't think he does, since he just used Aerial Ace again. And the damage it's doing doesn't show me that it's banded. So I use Draco Meteor, and of course, I miss. Last game, we had a few hacks plays that made it from 3-1 to 1-1. And I'm gonna have to sacrifice Nidoqueen, since, I have nothing else to switch in. Well, more or less. So now I send out Glaceon. It's one of the first Pokemon I RNG abused. Pretty cool. And the Aerial Aces, she's bulky. Like, her defenses, I think she has 110 base defense. I'm not sure, I keep forgetting her 95. Either way, she's bulky ice type. So she can take some hits. Unboosted hits, anyway. So I spam my Ice Beam, takes out Gliscor. Granted, at this situation, if Draco Meteor had hit, I really honestly feel that this wouldn't have been an issue. So, this video is pretty long. This was a kind of a long battle. Not really, it's only 12 minutes, but I'm gonna have to cut off here in a few. And he sends out Dusknoir, who doesn't appreciate Toxic Spikes with no recovery move. And I use Fake Tears, which was stupid. And I lower Special Defense. And he uses Trick Room, and this screwed me royally. Like, it made it really hard for me to set things up, because most Pokemon I have are priority and speed reliant, so that really sucked, but so redonkulous. Anyway, out comes Snorlax, and with Trick Room in effect, this is gonna be a problem. Thankfully, he doesn't have immunity, so my main focus here is trying to stall him out, and I have no idea what type of Lax he is. I used Shadow Ball when I should have used it earlier, and I'm like, crap.